this episode of FUM0080 machining we are dealing with my Protractor. Well, I bought it from Frankfurt flea market, and it's a little bit crunchy, and there is a magnifying glass which is hazy, and it's hard to read at the moment. So, well, it should be fixed. Okay, so let's go on with that one. Well, here are the parts of the Protractor. I already took it apart. So here is the the base, if one could say. It has some dings here and there, and then it's quite dirty here between. And well, I should use something like this to get rid of those dings. And well, especially I'm really concerned about this measuring surface, and maybe also the underwear under there. It's not to make it shinier, but just to get rid of any points that are risen over the surface. So well, that's one. And then we have these parts here. I didn't take them all apart, but yeah, and this one, for example, oh, it's still, you can probably, no, I don't want to, well, maybe you could. This is where you adjust it. These are the scales. One is here, and this is the non-use for that one, locking mechanism. And then this magnifying glass, which is well beaten, and whatever it is. It needs to be, well, it's beaten. And this is the frame for that one. And here in this one we can see two these kind of things here and there. They are bent. First you put the glass in like here, like that, and then you bend these over. But at the moment this is in so bad condition, this glass, that well, you cannot see through it properly. Well, and so for that reason I will replace it with this type I found on my stock. It's about the same magnification, and then because this is so much smaller, we need to use something to back it up. So I found this type of this is acrylic, and well, just cut a suitable piece from it, and well, I don't know, maybe I just glue it on place with super glue. Well, I have no idea whether that works or not, and then I would like to cut it to a suitable form so that it this goes in there, and then these wings, if you want, they are, well, they might not work anymore. I will try them one more time, and if they don't work, then I cut them off and glue the thing on base. There is a lot of dirt, by the way, here in between, so that needs to be taken away. Okay, so the first thing is to take the dings out of this, and this one I already did. So just a slight, there were some rising points here and there, and now there is none. It's especially in the sharp corners here, we had some dings which were like this probably has been dropped, and therefore these sharp corners get mushroomed. Although this is hardened, but it's so sharp that it gets mushroomed. And now it feels smooth all the way, So this is already done. I just need to clean it up really well because there is this groove and there you have some dirt inside there. So this needs to be cleaned. But first things first, I will start with this one. Take the burrs away from it, and this is just, I don't push it at all. I just wipe here and a little bit like that. Okay. Then, well, here I can feel already there are some burrs. And I'm not pushing because, okay, they are gone. Huh, that was easy enough. And then the corners. This is just normal deburring actually. And then the bottom, let's see. This has been lying around, I believe, quite a lot. Let's see. Well, I cannot feel any dings in here. You can feel them right away when you wipe with this stone. No, it's quite smooth. Yeah, okay. Just make sure the corner is without any dings. And then we have another measuring surface, which is this one here. And that should be, oh, there we have a big ding somewhere. Let's see what that is. Okay, now it's gone. Yeah, I can see it, it's shinier on some parts. Okay, so I really don't want to. And then, because it was so crunchy, I suspect that there are some dings in this surface. Oh yeah, there is. Again, I can feel them. And now you have to be really careful not to damage the scale. Well, this has micro miniature letters on that one. Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. And then the corners again. Well, this doesn't become perfect. I believe that's enough for that one. I don't want to. Okay. And other than that, we don't need to. This we need to deburr, and this we need to deburr. Other than that, we can let them be. Can you take this apart? Because there is something. This is probably, this is the locking mechanism of the rule, and this is quite tight. Well, maybe it's supposed to be so tight. I would like to take that one apart to see whether there is some dirt in between. It feels loose. Okay, it's coming out. Good. Yes. Okay. Oh yeah, we had here some dirt here behind. Okay. So this one. Well, it doesn't look good. It looks like it had been hammered. Okay, let's see if I can get this a little bit smoother than it is. It's really, well, let's see. But yeah, okay. This is one we need to get rid of this stuff. Next thing, I will clean these up, and then I put it together without the magnifying lens. This is the last part I will put there, but I need to put the new lens into it, and if that doesn't work, so I always can back up with the old one, which is okay. So now I start to clean these up. Okay, let's start with this one now. This is well, the base, this rotates on this bearing here. There is a bearing, and this rotates here. But before I put it there, I should put this one into it. This is the one that locks the rule so that it cannot move, and it aligns it with the system. Okay, so now this one probably needs just the tiniest amount of oil, and it should be really small amount, like that, there, and probably there too. Now, and let's wipe the excess away. We don't want any oil to come out and spread it, migrate everywhere. So now this is a little bit tight. I believe it shouldn't be that sort of, this here is loose as it should be, the thing here, but okay, yeah. And now, this one, then, oh yeah, there was also burrs and dings here. I don't understand how in earth did they put this here. And now, let's push it where it belongs to. This is really tight. It's really like, okay, there you are. And okay, there is some alignment here. You probably can adjust this, calibrate it with this one, because it moves a little bit around like this. So this is then used to calibrate the whole thing. Well, and then we put this screw, which was a little bit screwed. I needed to, it was really mangled, and well, so somebody has been calibrating this one. So we put it there. Well, it doesn't go. Why? It must be really in the center. So there isn't much room for calibration, really. Okay, now it's there. I don't tighten it yet fully. Later on, when I calibrate it, it probably should be quite tight, so it doesn't move by itself. And then we have this Nonius scale. This has two double pins, goes here under, and you can see there is a gear here, and then there is this place for that gear. And again a little bit of oil, not to the gear but the bearing for the gear. And it goes somewhere there. But oh, that's probably already too much, but let's see. Hopefully it goes where I intend it to go. Namely, it's not a very good thing if we have oil here around, because that will collect all types of grinding dust, etc. It's better without. Okay, feels good. Really good. Okay, there we go. So now this one goes, the double pins go down there. One is there. And one is there. There you are. Okay. And then the whole assembly goes into this one. Like that one. Oh! Okay. Please notice, there is a gear, I don't put any lubrication on that one because it doesn't need any lubrication, that one. Okay, let's see how we can put this together without dropping the thing. Well, it's quite impossible. Okay, let's see if I can put it other way, like this. Okay, and then like that. That's not easy. Oh man. Okay, then this way. Oh, I quite know you are there. Yeah. And now this should rotate quite freely. Yes, it does. Okay, and then we have one more bearing surface here, which needs a drop of oil. It's exactly down there. Okay. Yeah. This is definitely smoother than it used to be. It was really crunchy. And now we need to use these screws. We should have 4 of these. Go there, 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 and there. And these hold this thing together. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. A little bit later. Just a little bit later. Okay. Tighten these. These do not need to be super tight. Just they were really super tight, and that's actually quite bad because well, they bend the system if they are really tight. Okay. Okay, that's fun done now. And then there is this braking mechanism which goes on top of here. This is part of that. Then we first of all we have a braking disc which goes here under. You can see there is a small this hole is not round, so this one goes in first. And which way is there? Can I see whether it is well, this side and that side? This side has been under, so we put it as it was, like that. Then we have a spring washer which goes on top of that, and then we have this thing which is just a locking clip, C-clip, and we put that one into place. There you are. Okay, now it's there. Oh. And then we have this locking thing which locks the whole thing. Yeah, it works perfectly now. Yeah. Wow. This was not like that before. It was quite different. Yeah. Okay. So now I will check this one. This goes into There. Let's see, it goes like that into the hole. Which way is this? Okay, now it's there. And then you just tighten it. Well, it tightens really. And then it aligns. Aha, okay. So it actually doesn't align itself with this one. It aligns it with the body here to that surface. And well, let's see. If I put it like, yeah, it's a perfect zero. Hopefully you can see that I tighten it there. This is now, yeah. So if you look into, hopefully you can see that one. This is really hard to see. Okay, it's quite exactly in zero. And now you also know why you need the magnifying glass, because this is so small that, okay. So this is now constructed, and that screw, as it didn't participate in the calibration as I thought earlier, this can be now tightened. And also this one, I believe, doesn't need to be super tight now, because the calibration actually is against the body and not this thing that is extending here. So, okay, and it seems to be in place. Okay. And now, well, the next step will be this, this, and replacing that with this. And what I have already noticed is that we need to modify this. Well, actually, this is glass and this is plastic. So I need to take something, the corners I need to take away from there. Well, yeah, okay. And then I can put it there. You can see if I put it here round, you probably can see that there is. I need to grind away something from this so that I can fit it into there. But that's not too bad, or is it? Let's see. Let's see how much I need to take away from it. Not too much. Okay. So that I will do next. I will modify this lens so that it goes freely through that hole, because it is installed from the back side, and this one needs to go through there, and then we have a supporting material there like this, and then, well, and now I have always this as a plan B, so I can experiment here a little bit. So that will be the next step. So what I'm doing here is that I'm grinding off the corners from this replacement lens. There is one corner already done, and the other one needs to be done. So I'm just looking that it's about in the middle, and the reason why I need to do it this way is that this lens needs to be put in place from the back side. It needs to come through that hole, and therefore we need to grind off. I already did grind one corner off, and I now need to grind that corner as well. So I'm using my handy dandy Dremel for this purpose, and this is a totally manual process, and You really need to take this like this. A little bit more. Okay. You need to take it a little bit more here. Now let's see how it fits in there. I know already it doesn't fit yet. Oh yeah, okay. It needs to be steeper. Okay. So a little bit more from this corner. A little bit more from this side too. Okay. Looks symmetric. Let's see. Well, it's quite near actually. So, okay. The next step is not to use the grinder, but a little bit of emery and just do it like this. Because this is not a straight line, it's a little bit rounded. And now you need to be really careful not to introduce this grinding element to the lens, because it will ruin it immediately. Okay, let's see now. Looks good. Well, we need to take a little bit away from which side? From that side actually. Okay, it must be a little bit more like the corner is there. Okay. Oh, it's almost there. That one looks really good. Let's see. Yeah. Now it goes through. It goes through there now, and it's a perfect match. So now it's where it should be. Actually, I could just glue it in place like that. That's one solution here actually, and not too bad solution. Probably I will do that. Maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it's better to glue it like this and not put any backing plate into it. It's just good as it is. So yeah, okay. And it's easier to glue because now if I glue this with super glue into plexiglass, there will become trouble with bubbles between those two. Now I don't have the trouble with bubbles. So yes, I will glue it like this. Now the lens is in place now. It's there. It's so good fit that it stays in place without any holding. And now with this super glue, you have to be really careful. If some of this stuff enters the lens, it will be instantly ruined. So therefore, well, I will probably glue it from the back side, and well, let's see now. How would I do this? This is really okay. Let's see if I can put the glue there. I want to have a paper somewhere so that I can. This is gel type, so there is a, oh, already had something in my finger. So this is, it's not the one that is really, okay, let's see. Sorry, I probably block your view here, but I'm not applying it to the lens itself. I'm putting it on the metal and then let it go down into there. Yes, it goes now very well actually. I need to help it a little bit with this. Yeah. Okay, there you are. So far so good. This is really you need to be extra careful with this one. Yeah, okay, how does it look this side? Very good. Okay, now we just let it sit there. Since this is this gel type, it will actually fill in the caps quite well, and it doesn't want, no, let's see, this is a little bit more horrible. You need to be put one drop there, like that, and other drop there, like that. Okay. Yeah, and now spread it a little bit. That's done. And then this one. That's done. Okay. Then we have here outside something. Okay. Now I just let it cure. It takes some time because it's in open air. It will cure even when it's in between, but it's already glued the lens in place. But yeah, well, let's see how good a solution this is. Well, well, as I said, I always have the possibility to use the, oh, very nice, it makes a picture of my fluorescent tubes here, my ceiling. Oh yeah, oh, this is fun. Okay, so now I let it cure. Okay, like this. Let it be there, and that's it. Okay, and after this, when it's cured, I just put it into its final place here. There will be 2 screws which go in these holes, and there you are. Now, then this should be operational. And well, not so much in better condition, but at least we don't have grinding dust inside there. There was quite some, and it's cleaner, so it's easier to read. Yeah. So, there you are. Well, there you are. Now it's on place. As you can see, the magnifying glass works quite well. You can adjust the angle here, like that. And well, I believe the accuracy of this one, the scale, at least the scale accuracy is 1 minute. So, yeah. Well, you can see the nonius and you can see the quite well actually. So, there you are. So, here we are. Now the first try for the lens, it dropped off. It was, now I have done a little bit it more steady. I had 2 of these lenses, so, and I still have the original lens, so if this doesn't hold, so then I must put it in place, and that one I will probably do with epoxy. And this super glue has some features that are not very good for optical devices. For the first, when it cures, it emits some vapor, which then spreads around this white stuff, which is actually quite disturbing. But this one, lucky enough, didn't get much of that thing. This is usable. I just hope it holds there. Yeah, it should, because now it's glued on both sides of this frame. And furthermore, I believe, because the brand is Hahn Kolb Stuttgart, I believe this lens, or this assembly with the lens, is available as a spare part, because it's a lot like a consumable item actually. So, well, anyway, let's see how this serves me. So, in the next episode I will present you something that I had done with my bench grinder. Till then, see you!